Will this be the year that the Dallas Mavericks are able to put it all together? Will this be the year that Kristaps is finally back to reaching his potential and playing like the All-NBA player he is? Is this the year Luka Doncic wins the MVP? Is this the year we see the Dallas Mavericks back in the Western Conference Finals? I think it might be. So let's talk about it. What to expect from the Dallas Mavericks this year? Josh Green didn't play as well as we did expect him to at Arizona, but I still think he has potential to be a 3-and-D guy. I think he's a really good draft pick because now that they have Josh Richardson, he can learn how to play and be a very similar player to Josh Richardson, which is a 3-and-D guy, which at the end of the day is a perfect role for Josh Green to develop into a player similar to Josh Richardson, which I feel like he has all the tools to do. And when I say a player similar to Josh Richardson, I mean Josh Richardson when he was on the Miami Heat. Let's hope Josh Richardson can become that player again, not what he was on the Sixers. Tyler Bay is one of my favorite players in this draft, and well, one of the players in the favor because the draft's over now. But either way, he's like 6'8", 6'7", one of the most athletic players in the draft. Yeah, he played power forward, but I think he can guard small forwards, power forwards, maybe some small ball centers, even some shooting guards. I think he's that freak of an athlete. He's so insane. I think he could come down and become a really good three-point shooter, and I think rim protector. He'll just be like a modern day power forward. I think he could become a very similar player to Jeremy Grant, and I think that's like a great player to be. I think he could be a guy who'll get you like 6 boards a game, maybe like 8 to 10, maybe 12 points one day, get you a block and a steal at least a game, and maybe like 3 assists. I think that's just a really good role player and a guy to have around, making plays, making your team do all the dirty work, helping be a really good, effective role player. We might not see him play much this year, but next year definitely. Tyrell Terry is an interesting guy. I thought he was going to the Sixers without a doubt. I'm like so surprised that he didn't go to the 76ers. But yeah, Tyrell Terry is going to be a guy that I think can develop into the backup for Jalen Bronson or take the starting spot from Jalen Bronson. I don't really think he'll ever take the starting spot. I think he'll be a really good backup point guard. Can he become a good defender? That's very questionable. I know he can score. I know he can pass. I know he can create on the offensive side. It just comes down to, can he hold his own on the defensive side? Can he become a good pickpocketer? Can he become defensively have good instincts, not be having defensive lapses? I think that's what it comes down with Tyrell Terry. And, it's just scary because you don't know like how much he's going to be weighing next season, how like big he's going to at least play at all. I think he's going to spend a year in the G League putting on weight and getting game time and like just feeling the system out. That's just my thought. So Nate Hinton, did I say that correctly? Yeah, Nate Hinton coming out of Houston, 6'5". He's really just a 3-point shooter. I think he's like the least likely out of all the rookies to make the team. Coming out of Houston, really there's nothing special to talk about this guy. He'll probably be just like a borderline roster guy. Josh Richardson could turn out to be one of their best like players that they got this year, especially that they just gave up Seth Curry. Yeah, Seth Curry's a better shooter and all that, but look, last year I know he only averaged 13 points and he wasn't the best from 3. But if we look at Josh Richardson back in his Miami days, look at this. He shot 46% in his rookie year. I don't think he's going to ever get back that high. But in his 3rd season with Miami, he shot 37%. Okay? And that was, like, the following season was his most efficient year. But I still think that his last 2 seasons in Miami weren't that bad. He was getting at least a steal. In 2017, 2018, he was getting a steal and a half. And then 2018, 2019, he was getting 1.1 steals. But he's averaging 16.6 points in 2018 and 2019 and 12.9 in 2017 and 18. If he can do that, be like that efficient player, which was a better player than he was for Philadelphia, I think they got a steal in that sense. I think they got a really good player in Josh Richardson. And especially if he can get back to having like close to 1 block a game, that's another great thing. And if he can get out, like I know he dished out 4 assists in his last year in Miami, so if he can get back to close to 4 assists, that'd be awesome. I think he'd be a better shooting guard for the Dallas Mavericks than Tim Hardaway ever was, or even Seth Curry ever was. Let's just give you a rundown of the team. It's going to be the starting point guard, I believe, is Jalen Bronson. Then it's going to be Luka Doncic. Then it's going to be at small forward, I could see him either running Tim Hardaway Jr. or Dorian Finney-Smith. Power forward, Dwight Powell or James Johnson, and at center, Kristaps Porzingis. I personally like Kristaps Porzingis more at power forward, but I don't think they actually have could they run Porzingis at power forward and then Willie Cauley-Stein at center, which I think Porzingis would have more mismatches at that way, yeah. But it comes down to what Rick Carlisle likes. I think Rick Carlisle runs him more at a center position, like it's like when he was playing this past year. I don't know why I kept saying like. But yeah, no, I think on ESPN they have him as a power forward, which I think he's best suited. So if he's at power forward, then we could see like Dwight Powell and Willie Cauley-Stein splitting time as the center, and Boban Marjanovic. But then backing up Jalen Bronson would be JJ Barea and eventually Tyrell Terry, and then Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway to back up Luka and whatever the small forward is. Tim Hardaway probably might play some minutes in small forward. Like Dorian Finney-Smith's probably another backup there. Maxi Kleber is probably the backup for Kristaps, and the center position, Boban, Willie Cauley-Stein, Dwight Powell will probably be rotating there. James Johnson's probably also going to be in the mix for the power forward position. And just you're going to tell with this team is that they're going to be a really good rebounding team, in my opinion, which Dallas usually is always is really good rebounding team. You have over here, your best rebounders were Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis with 9.5 and 9.4, then Dorian Finney-Smith and Dwight Powell with 5.7, then Maxi Kleber with 5.2. Willie Cauley-Stein has 4.6, but Willie Cauley-Stein only played 13 games last year. I'm a big fan of Willie Cauley-Stein. I just think he's kind of a bust, but I do think this team was going to be a really good transition team. It's going to be really good scoring. It's going to be really good at, moving the ball around, doing what they need to do, in the sense that, like, hey, they're going to be able to have ball movement. I don't know if you just heard my dog from downstairs. Yeah, but they're going to have really good ball movement. They're going to have really good transition offense and defense. They're going to be able to get points in bunches. So a lot of three shooting, a lot of transition, a lot of ball movement, and really good rebounding is what you're going to see from this team. I expect them to be at least the 4th seed. I think they have a chance being the 3rd seed, maybe even the 2nd seed. So I'm really excited to see what happens right there with this team, because they can be one of the better teams in the NBA. I think their only worries on the Lakers. I really think the Lakers are the biggest worry. I'm not scared of any other teams in the West. I'm not scared of the Clippers. I'm not scared of the Bucks or the Celtics or the Heat in the East for them. I really could see this team being the other team going against the Lakers. I think the lowest they'll be is 4th seed. I think the highest they'll be is 2nd seed. Or they could be a 1st seed if the Lakers really don't try in the regular season, which I think they will be trying this year. So I just think it'll all come down to being a very interesting offseason, because we don't know what's going to actually happen. Not offseason, or regular season, so because we don't know how teams are going to play. Are they going to try to save their health and all that good shit? So I want to hear down below, what did you guys think of this video? What did you guys think of this team? Where do you think they're going to go? Like all that good shit. Let me hear it down below. As always, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys. Peace out.